What if the moment you honestly look at your life, you begin changing it? Not tomorrow, not after the perfect diet, not after the perfect doctor's report. Right now, as you are watching and listening, your awareness is already beginning to organize your energy in a new direction. Because here is the truth many people miss. You cannot transform what you refuse to observe. So let me ask you directly, are you living the life your spirit came here to live? Or are you living a life built from old stress, old habits, old pain, and old definitions of who you thought you had to be? And when it comes to your health, are you only trying to manage symptoms? Or are you ready to participate in the deeper process of healing, renewal, and transformation? Welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Harold Davis, and today we are talking about how to redefine your life and transform your health. This is not about blame. It is not about pretending every health challenge is simple. It is not a replacement for professional care when you need it. This is about reclaiming your role as the creative factor in your own life. It is about learning how your thoughts, emotions, words, actions, habits, and inner identity can begin to move your body, your brain, and your future in a new direction. Modern neuroscience tells us the brain can change. Mindfulness research suggests that the way we train attention may influence stress, emotional regulation, and well-being. Epigenetics reminds us that lifestyle and environmental signals can influence gene expression without changing the DNA sequence itself. But long before science had the language, ancient wisdom told us, as within, so without. So today, I want to give you a new way to see your life. Because when your observation changes, your identity can change. And when your identity changes, your health has a new field to respond to. If you are watching this, there may be a part of you that is tired of repeating the same pattern. You wake up with good intentions. You say, this is the day I'm going to eat better. This is the day I'm going to move my body. This is the day I'm going to stop carrying stress like it is my identity. And then life happens. The phone rings, the pressure rises, the body feels heavy, the old emotional trigger returns. Before you know it, the same thoughts create the same feelings. The same feelings drive the same choices, and the same choices reinforce the same life. I know this pattern. I have studied it as a holistic health and life coach through consciousness, brain science, epigenetics, and human potential. And I have lived the discipline of transformation through the body. Because as a former world-class masters 400 and 800 meter athlete, I learned that transformation does not happen because you wish for it. Transformation happens when your inner state and daily actions begin moving in the same direction. But hear me with compassion. If you have struggled to change your health, it does not mean you are weak. It may mean your nervous system has been trained for survival instead of creation. It may mean your body has adapted to chronic stress. It may mean your identity has been entangled with a version of you built to survive a past season, not create your next season. That distinction matters because you are not just a body trying to get healthier. You are a conscious being learning how to direct the body, listen to the body, honor the body, and lead the body into a new expression of life. Now let's bring three streams of understanding together: neuroscience, epigenetics, and daily behavior. First, neuroscience. Your brain is not fixed in the way many people once believed. Through neuroplasticity, the brain can reorganize patterns through repeated attention, learning, emotion, and behavior. Research on mindfulness and meditation suggests these practices may support emotional regulation, stress resilience, and changes in brain regions related to attention, self-awareness, memory, and compassion. In simple language, what you repeatedly practice, you strengthen. If you repeatedly practice fear, your body becomes fluent in fear. If you repeatedly practice resentment, your nervous system learns resentment. But if you repeatedly practice calm, gratitude, focused attention, and empowered choice, you give your brain a new pattern to rehearse. This is why meditation is not just sitting quietly. Meditation is mental training. It is the practice of withdrawing attention from the noise of the old life and placing it into the field of the new life. Second, epigenetics. Epigenetics does not say that thoughts magically change everything overnight. It says something more grounded and in many ways more powerful. It tells us that genes are not simply destiny. The activity of genes can be influenced by environmental and lifestyle signals. Scientific reviews describe how stress, behavior, movement, diet, sleep, and contemplative practices may relate to molecular and epigenetic pathways that affect well-being. So when you choose a new lifestyle, you are not just making a motivational decision. You are changing the environment your cells are living in. Your cells are listening to the chemistry of your life. They are listening to stress hormones, sleep rhythm, movement, food, hydration, and the emotional climate you live in day after day. And third, daily behavior. Many people want transformation to feel dramatic. But most lasting transformation is built through repeated, aligned, identity-based action. Research on habit formation shows that simple behaviors repeated in the same context can become more automatic over time, reducing the need for constant willpower. Goal-setting research also reminds us that intention alone is often not enough. Action plans help translate intention into behavior by specifying when, where, and how we will act. So the body changes when the identity changes, and the identity becomes believable through repeated action. If you say, I am healthy, but every day your actions say, I am exhausted, disconnected, and unavailable to myself, the body receives mixed instruction. But if you say, I am becoming a healthy, conscious, energized person, and then you breathe for 5 minutes, walk for 10 minutes, hydrate your body, bless your food, interrupt one negative thought, and speak life over yourself. Now your body has evidence, different languages, same revelation. You are not powerless, you are participating. So here's where it all comes together. You do not redefine your life by fighting the old self. You redefine your life by observing the old self with compassion, withdrawing your agreement from it, and embodying the new self one thought, one breath, one word, and one action at a time. That is the collapse into clarity. Most people try to transform health from the outside in. They change the diet, buy the supplement, join the program, start the workout, and those things can be helpful. But if the inner identity remains the same, the old self will eventually pull the new action back into the old pattern. The deeper question is not only, what should I do? The deeper question is, who am I becoming? Because the person who sees themselves as sick, powerless, aging, stressed, and trapped will choose from that consciousness. But the person who sees themselves as healing, awakening, strengthening, and participating with life will begin choosing from a new field of possibility. This is why I often say we speak our lives into existence by the power of our words, thoughts, feelings, and actions. Not words alone, not thoughts alone, not feelings alone, not actions alone, but when your words, thoughts, feelings, and actions become coherent, you become a living instruction to your own body. You're telling your nervous system, we are safe enough to heal. You're telling your brain, we are learning a new way to live. You're telling your cells, the environment is changing. You are telling your future, I am no longer available for the old pattern. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your trauma. You are not your stress pattern. You are not the story someone else spoke over you. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and your human body is asking for a new conversation. The question is, will you continue speaking the language of the old life, or will you begin speaking the language of healing? Now, let me give you 3 activations you can begin today. The first activation is the morning observation. Before you touch your phone, place your hand over your heart and ask, what life am I observing today? Then say out loud, today I observe myself as healing, guided, disciplined, peaceful, and strong. Do not rush it. Feel it. Let the body hear your new instruction. The second activation is coherent breathing with future self-rehearsal. For 5 minutes, breathe slowly and gently through the heart area. As you breathe, imagine yourself living as the healthier version of you. See how you walk, see how you eat, see how you respond to stress, see how you speak to yourself. Your brain does not simply respond to what is happening, it also responds to what you consistently rehearse. The third activation is one identity-based health action. Do not try to change everything today. Choose one action that proves your new identity. Drink water after waking, walk after lunch, stretch before bed, prepare one healing meal, sit in silence for 5 minutes. Then repeat that action in the same context every day until your body begins to know, this is who we are now. This is how you redefine your life. Not by waiting for a miracle outside of you, but by becoming a conscious participant in the miracle already moving through you. If this message speaks to you, write in the comments, I am redefining my life now. When you speak your transformation, you strengthen your agreement with it. And if you want more teachings on consciousness, health, epigenetics, meditation, and becoming the creative factor in your own reality, subscribe to this channel and continue this journey with me. Remember this, your past may explain where you have been, but it does not have the authority to define where you are going. Observe differently, speak differently, feel differently, act differently, and one day you will look back and realize that the life you once prayed for began in the moment you chose to redefine yourself.